Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Director of Football Sabotage with Livorno. So in today's episode we are going to play the final group game in the Champions League against Paris Saint-Germain, and result here means literally everything. But quickly, let's catch up on the results since the last time we met, which was of course the victory against Dynamo Kiev. We followed that up with a 0-0 draw against league leaders Inter Milan. Despite it being another draw, this was an absolutely fantastic result for us. Inter Milan were running away with the league completely. They'd only drew one game, they'd won all of the others before we played them. So to get a 0-0 draw away from home proves that we've got the quality to be able to match Inter. We then played Palermo at home and won 2-0. An own goal gave us the lead in the 17th minute. Federico Di Marco continued his impressive goal scorer from left wing back in the 48th minute to give us the 2-0 win. We then went away to Sampdoria and won 2-0 once again. Zach and Mamarella this time getting the goals. Zach came on for an injured Ponce inside 15 minutes and proved that he can score goals off the bench should he be needed to. And yeah, another good win, another clean sheet. We then managed to win the reverse fixture against Dynamo Kiev in the Champions League 2-1. Di Marco from left wing back getting 2 goals and missing a penalty to potentially have missed his hat-trick. They did score a goal in the 74th minute, which left us a little bit nervy going into the last 15. But as you can see by the stats, we did dominate this match and we did deserve the win. Next up was a home tie against Bologna back in Serie A. And this was a frustrating game, no doubt. We didn't unlock them until the 76th minute, where Lucas Belangiuoli got himself a goal from right wing back. Di Marco again from left wing back getting himself another goal and another clean sheet. Things are going well. We then had an away tie against Udinese and the clean sheets kept on coming. Alternaire, Ponce and Mamarella, our 3 attackers. This was probably my favourite game purely because our attackers actually scored and it wasn't just our wing backs getting the goals for us. So yeah, great result, another clean sheet. Things in Serie A are going swimmingly well. And this throws a bit of a spanner in the works. We went away to FC Porto in the reverse fixture and we got beat 2-0. Felipe Diaz, absolutely fantastic striker, which we checked a couple of episodes ago. Unbelievable player. He got 2 goals against us in this game, and despite them going down to 10 men very late on, we couldn't get a goal, and that would have been key. We did bounce back straight away though, this time at home to Fiorentina. Mats van der Ende getting us in the lead inside 47 minutes. Di Marco missing another penalty. Absolutely, I should really change that. Mamarella got himself a goal in the 86th minute as well to give us the 3 points. And finally, before we'll face PSG today, was a 3-0 away win against Chievo. Matt Solossi getting 2 goals from centre midfield and Van der Ende getting himself another. So this is how the league table sits in Serie A. We are 4 points off Inter Milan in first position, but we are 6 points clear of Roma in third. So we are doing really, really well. We're still unbeaten, 15 games in, but Inter Milan are still unbeaten, 15 games in. That's the issue. You know, they're not drawn too many games. They've drew against us, Brescia and Pescara, but they've won every other game. And we have stopped drawing games, thankfully, which was obviously our main issue in the earlier part of the season. But a lot of them draws are coming in away games, so we are winning the games you would expect us to. But that brings us to the conundrum in the Champions League group stage. We are currently sitting in second place, 1 point behind Paris Saint-Germain, who have now qualified for the knockout stages. We are 3 points ahead of FC Porto, who play Dynamo Kiev, who haven't got a point in this group stage. Now, I'm not fully versed on the Champions League rules regarding qualification from the group stage, but the league sorting rules do state team records against other teams on the same points will be sorted by the following order: goal difference, goals scored, away goals scored. Now, I was on the understanding that our 2 legs in the group stage would be the deciding factor, which Porto would have the edge through away goals. We beat them 3-1, they beat us 2-0. They've got the away goal advantage. Now, I could be completely wrong about that. It's been that long since I've been in this sort of position. I can't remember how it falls. So if we get beat off PSG today and they win against Dynamo Kiev, it's highly likely that we are going to exit the Champions League at the group stage after such a fantastic start. But we'll worry about that once this game is done and we'll find out where we finish in the group stage. This is going to be the team that faces Paris Saint-Germain at home. Plizzari will start in goal. Van der Ende and Petrarada will be our 2 centre-backs for today's game. Moislav Paul is really struggling with the amount of games we've been playing recently, and my assistant manager has been begging me to he's been begging us to rest him, but I just can't. Not for this game. I'll rest him in the league games that are coming up. Ivanovic and Di Marco will be our wing backs, with Stoichev, Solari and Solossi in the centre. Milenkovic is unfortunately suspended, which is a big blow to Russia, is a big part of how we play. Alternaire, Ponce and Mammarella will lead the line. So obviously we had a fantastic result against PSG away from home, nearly getting the win, but we could really do with a draw in this game really badly. So we kick off knowing that we've got our own fate in our own hands. If we get anything from today's game, we are through to the Champions League knockouts, which will be absolutely fantastic as they go through and goal early on. Van der Ende gets there and it's cleared. So yeah, we know what we have to do, but if we do get beat, which is the worry, considering that it is PSG, we need to keep an eye on the FC Porto Dynamo Kiev result and hope Kiev can do us a little bit of a favour. So early signs are PSG are getting more of the chances going forward. As we pick up with the highlight here, Mbappe takes a strike from the edge and it goes just wide. So yeah, not a great start by us, but we haven't conceded, so that's all you can ask for. And that brings the end to the first half. 0-0, Livorno PSG. Boring game, but I'll take boring, please, I'll take it. Going by the league table, there is still no score in the FC Porto Dynamo Kiev game either, which is, and there it is. Kimpembe and Lucas Torreira combining from the corner to give PSG the lead. We are now in trouble officially. Great header. It was a completely backwards header. I have no idea how he's managed to pull that off. But we're now getting beat, which means that Porto, if they should take the lead against Kiev, we'll see how the group stage sorts us. Ivanovic on the ball for us, trying to play it forward, but we managed to get dispossessed. Sloppy pass from us and Mbappe. He's got the pace to beat our men, and Parasot is there, and he puts PSG 2-0 up this game as well, and truly got away from us. We might as well go for this, I think, unless goal difference is a factor, in which case maybe we shouldn't. But what we're on, so we'll be on +2 now. Porto, we're on dead 0. So if we can keep things like this, we still might go through on goal difference, even if if Porto can get one goal. We'll see how that math works out. So with 5 minutes to go, we are going to make some substitutions. Johan Dreyan can come on for Stoichev. We haven't got Balangioli, so Ivanovic will have to stay on. Crociati can come on though, and Tristan Fick can come on also. And there it is. Porto have went 1-0 up against Dynamo Kiev, and we're going out at the Champions League group stage as things stand. And unless Dynamo Kiev can do us a favour, it is based on the team's record against each other. And Porto, because of that away goal in the first tie against them, they are going to go qualify, finishing second. I am absolutely gutted. We are going out at the Champions League knockout stages. I thought we'd done enough in this group, particularly with the early draw against PSG away from home. I was hoping that this was the year that we're going to make it to the knockouts, but it's not to be. We finish PSG 2, Livorno 0, and we'll just continue on for confirmation that we have been knocked out of the Champions League. So it was an 84th minute goal for Porto to put them in front against, and there it is. Knocked out in the group stages. We enter the Europa League once again. So we've had some fantastic form in Serie A, but we haven't been able to replicate that in the Champions League. Unfortunate, but now we can put all of our focus, well, on the Europa League is important as well, and I would like to have an impressive run considering how poorly we played last season. But Serie A is definitely my aim for this season now. We are in touching distance of Inter Milan, 4 points off them. We've still got to play them again later on in the season at home. So the potential's there to maybe win Serie A. If we can't, that's okay as well. But yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed with that. But we'll look forward to the next episode, and it will be, of course, the January transfer window. Now, because of how we're playing, we've pushed the wing-backs on. Ivanovic and Balangioli are both not too familiar with this right wing-back role. So, you know what I'm thinking. Maybe a signing or two there. Get someone who's comfortable in this spot, the same way DeMarco is comfortable in that spot. And we'll see how much better we might get much better output purely because they're more familiar with that attack and wing back role. In terms of going forward in the tactic, I'm forever stuck as to how to get these three working in an attacking sense. You know, if you take a look at our goals and assists, so top goal scorer Ponce online with DeMarco, Mammarella's only on 6, Alternaire's only on 5. These are all 20 games plus played, and we're not really seeing the output from our attacking players the same way we're seeing it from the likes of DeMarco. In terms of assist, there's nobody really standing out either. The two strikers are top on 4 and 3 respectively, but it is very spread out throughout the side. So things are going well for us. There's no point in me completely ripping up the script just to try and get me strikers scoring. But if you do have any ideas, let me know and we'll see how things go. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you are enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.